The Anapian Western Railway. Its name lasted just over 100 years, disappearing in 1993, and the last of its track was removed in 1995. The trains that ran over the line are now just memories, preserved in minds and in images. You can walk the old right-of-way end to end and occasionally still catch a lingering trace of the railroad. In this part 1, we will overview the history of the railroad, and in parts 2 and 3, tour the line, seeing it then and now in more detail. The Kewaunee, Green Bay, and Western Railroad line from Green Bay to Kewaunee, Wisconsin, was finished in 1891 and provided a link to the outside world. The Anapian Western contractors began doing clearing and earthwork in 1891, and in 1892 the railroad had reached from Casco Junction to Anapi. Anapi, by the way, changed its name to Algoma in 1897. It reached Sturgeon Bay in 1894, using an existing bridge to lay their track on and reach the east side, a line of 32.5 miles. In 1906, the Kewaunee acquired control of the line and operated it as a subsidiary. The line to Sturgeon Bay became the main line, with through trains between Green Bay and Sturgeon Bay. Connecting trains were operated between Casco Junction and Kewaunee. Passenger service ended in 1937. A 1943 Directory of Industries showed almost 150 customers on the Anapi. Nevertheless, in 1947 the line was put up for abandonment. Vernon Bushman of Green Bay and his associates purchased the line. Vern also operated Bushman Dock and Terminal in Sturgeon Bay, was supervisor of traffic for the U.S. plywood plant in Algoma, had worked for several railroads, and later was board chairman and president of the new National Railroad Museum in Green Bay. The little railroad continued operation under its original name. 2 General Electric 70-ton diesels were acquired in 1953, spelling the end of steam operations. While the railroads were still mostly handling their less-than-carload business by rail then, the Anapian Western was doing it all by truck and connecting with the railroads in Green Bay. An article appearing during this time stated that the Anapi directly served 75 industrial customers. Bushman had big ideas to try and grow the little line. For years, the Anapian Western tried to get the Ann Arbor Railroad car ferries from across Lake Michigan to stop and interchange with them as they passed by Sturgeon Bay on the way to and from Menominee, Michigan. Bushman was going to build a dock on his property. When the Ann Arbor refused, Bushman appealed to the Interstate Commerce Commission to order the Ann Arbor to do so. A ruling in 1960 went in the Anapi's favor, but a subsequent ruling went against them, and it never came to pass. Another idea was building a 15.7-mile line from Casco Junction to Denmark and connecting with the Chicago and Northwestern. He floated this idea to CNW in 1952, advising them he calculated their annual gain to be about $170,000 and the Anapi's about $50,000. He inquired that being as the CNW would have more to gain, would they be interested in contributing towards the line's construction cost? We can guess how that turned out. In 1968, several issues came together on the north end, resulting in the line above Algoma being embargoed. Abandonment was applied for and approved in 1969, and the track was removed that year. This left a 14-mile operation from Casco Junction to Algoma. The largest shipper on the line was now the hardwood mill at Algoma. It was owned by U.S. Plywood, Champion Papers now, who also owned the McCloud River Railroad of Northern California. To ensure continued rail operation to their Algoma plant, they acquired the line in 1970 through their McLeod River Railroad subsidiary and operated it as a division of the McLeod River Railroad. By 1971, traffic was in decline, and the railroad did not foresee maintaining a full-time operation. Piggyback was even tried briefly at Algoma. The Kewaunee, Green Bay, and Western had been merged into the Green Bay and Western in 1969, and the Annapolis Western president felt that the trainmen would be better off being part of the GBW, where they could work full-time instead of 3 days a week on the Annapolis, so proposed to GBW that they operate the line. GBW began doing so in 1972, using trackage rights and charging on an hourly basis. They integrated operation of the line with their existing Green Bay to Kewaunee train service, making side trips. Line speed was 20 miles per hour. In 1976, excursion trains began operation on the line from Algoma to Casco and back, eventually extending their run to Casco Junction. A group named Trans-Northern operated under the name of the Algoma Railroad. Operations lasted until the end of the 1979 season. More detail and images of the Algoma Railroad operation will be in Part 2. There was a scare when the Algoma Mill was shut down in 1976, but it reopened in early 1977, locally owned and named Algoma Hardwoods. In 1977, Champion International, successor to U.S. Plywood Champion Papers, sold the McLeod River Railroad, which included the Annapolis and Western, to ITEL Corporation. ITEL, amongst other activities, leased incentive per dime boxcars to railroads, which could be the topic of a whole nother video. GBW crews were making about 5 to 7 trips per month then. ITEL was reported to have expressed interest in having the Algoma Railroad operate the line, but nothing came of it. In 1979, ITEL incorporated a new Annapolis and Western Railway Company as an independent railroad. It was authorized to issue common stock, almost all of which went to the McLeod River Railroad, thus remaining a subsidiary of it. AHW reporting marks began to be used on ITEL boxcars. Later in the year, ITEL received approval to acquire the GBW. ITEL replaced the Annapolis McLeod River officers with GBWs. GBW also acquired the stock of the Annapolis from the McLeod River. In 1983, the local office in Algoma was closed and functions moved to the GBW office in Green Bay. The railroad was hurting. In the years 1981 through 1985, operating losses were reported in 4 of the 5 years. In March of 1986, the last train to operate on the railroad ran. Operations were as needed then. When a bridge pier on the Kewaunee River Bridge was damaged by flooding, that sealed the line's fate. As the bridge was only a mile north of Casco Junction, it forced the entire line to be embargoed. The Annapolis and Western, Green Bay and Western, and Fox River Valley were collectively sold by ITEL in 1993 to the Wisconsin Central, becoming the Fox Valley and Western, and losing their various corporate identities. In the fall of 1995, the track structure was removed, and the right-of-way became the Annapolis State Trail. Keep watch for parts 2 and 3, which will detail Casco Junction to Algoma, and Algoma to Sturgeon Bay in more detail, complete with guided tours and images from back in the day. A big thank you to Andy Laurent and Dan Litke for their help on this video. Here you can subscribe and link to other videos. Thank you. Bye for now.